Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We've all grown up hearing that honesty is the best policy, but have you ever wondered if that's always true? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of psychology to explore 7 situations where being brutally honest might actually do more harm than good. From avoiding unnecessary conflicts to preserving the magic of childhood, we'll uncover when a little white lie might just be the better option. So buckle up as we navigate the complex landscape of truth and lies. Let's get started. Let's face it, we've all been in situations where telling the truth could potentially spark a conflict. According to psychology, there are times when telling a white lie can help maintain peace and harmony. It seems counterintuitive, but sometimes avoiding an argument or confrontation can be more beneficial in the long run. Take this scenario. Your friend shows up in a dress that's not quite flattering. You can be brutally honest and risk hurting her feelings, or choose to compliment her confidence instead. In such a case, a little white lie can help preserve your friendship and avoid unnecessary conflict. But remember, this doesn't mean you should lie all the time. It's about finding the balance between honesty and tactfulness. After all, honesty without tact is cruelty. According to psychology, small lies like these, told with good intentions and without causing harm, are sometimes necessary for the greater good. This was a scenario where honesty could have spoiled a joyful surprise. Hence, honesty wasn't necessarily the best policy here. Again, it's important to remember that these situations are exceptions, not the rule. In the world of business, the truth can sometimes be a double-edged sword. For instance, during negotiations or strategic planning, revealing all your cards up front might not be the best strategy. Psychologists have found that successful negotiators often hold back certain information to gain a competitive edge. It's not about lying per se, but more about strategic disclosure of information. This is not to encourage dishonesty in professional settings, but to highlight that there are times when total transparency may not necessarily yield the best results. It's always crucial to consider the context and potential consequences before deciding how much truth to reveal. Sometimes, being completely honest can end up causing more harm than good, particularly when it leads to unnecessary worry or stress. Imagine a scenario where you're driving in heavy traffic to an important family event. Your partner is already worried about being late. If you know a shortcut and are confident about reaching on time, there's no need to stress them out by mentioning the traffic. In such cases, withholding some truth can prevent unnecessary worry. Psychology suggests that in circumstances like this, where honesty can increase anxiety without any added benefit, it might be better to hold back. Remember, the goal is not to deceive, but to reduce unnecessary stress. Years ago, I had a coworker who was struggling with a project. She was aware of her difficulties, but her confidence was dwindling. I could have pointed out all the mistakes she was making, but I chose a different approach. I focused on her strengths and how she could use them to address the challenges she was facing. I highlighted a few areas for improvement, but ensured that my feedback was constructive and encouraging. Psychology supports this approach. Studies show that focusing on strengths and potential, rather than only pointing out flaws, can be more beneficial for growth and development. In situations like this, absolute honesty about someone's shortcomings might not be the best policy if it crushes their confidence and motivation. There are situations where the honest truth isn't helpful and can even be hurtful. For instance, if someone is battling a chronic illness, telling them all the worst-case scenarios won't help their situation. Psychology suggests that fostering hope can sometimes be more beneficial than delivering harsh truths. In such cases, it's better to focus on positive aspects, like their strength and resilience, rather than dwelling on the negatives. So, while honesty is important, it's equally essential to consider the impact of our words and whether they're helpful or harmful. Think about the magic of childhood: the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny. These are innocent untruths that many of us were told as children, and they brought joy and excitement. Psychologists point out that these harmless fictions can help foster creativity and imagination in children. In such cases, honesty isn't necessarily the best policy if it takes away from the wonder and enchantment of childhood. The key is to ensure these tales are used to create positive experiences and not as a tool for manipulation or control. It's essential to remember that honesty, like other virtues, is not a one-size-fits-all policy. Psychology shows us that there are times when bending the truth without causing harm or intending deception can actually be beneficial. Situations like maintaining peace, protecting someone's feelings, or preserving the magic of childhood are instances where honesty might not be the best policy. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content. Also, let me know in the comments below if there are other topics you'd like us to explore. Until next time, stay curious and stay kind.